Have you ever asked yourself, how can I identify Mr. Right? Well, in this video, I'll tell you exactly how to identify Mr. Right from all the many guys that come around.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.
Hello, fellow Inspirers. Welcome to Inspira Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. It's so good to have you. Thank you for joining me. Today I'll be talking about who Mr. Right is. Have you ever wondered how you can identify Mr. Right? Well, in this video, I'll tell you exactly how to identify Mr. Right from all the many guys that come around. The very first characteristic of Mr. Right is that he is whole on his own. What does it mean to be whole on his own? It means that Mr. Right is an individual who is content, who is happy on his own. He's not depending on anybody else to make him happy. On his own, he is happy. And so when he's going out to look for a partner, he wants somebody to love. He wants somebody to care for. He wants somebody that he will do life with. Somebody that will share his world. That is who Mr. Right is. Mr. Right is not somebody with this hollow and this void, like, if I don't have somebody in my life, oh, I'm empty. No, that is not Mr. Right. That is Mr. Depending. That's somebody that will come and depend on you. That's somebody that will want you to fill his void. That's somebody that will want you to do so much. You keep jumping through hoops with that kind of person. Now, Mr. Right is somebody that knows who he is happy with who he is contented with who he is. And when you come into his life, you are an addition. You are a plus. Now, if Mr. Right does not have somebody, he's still comfortable. He's still happy with who he is. He's still comfortable in his own skin. He knows who he is and he's happy. But when you come, you are a plus. And he's ready to love you and give you whatever it takes. He's ready to embrace your own wholeness because he's not void without you. Without you, he can live, he can survive, he can be happy. He doesn't feel like something is missing. Yes, we all get lonely sometimes. So he's going to look for somebody. He's going to look for a partner. He's going to look for somebody to love. But on his own, he doesn't feel hollow. On his own, he doesn't feel like, oh, there's nothing to live for because he's not dating. Or he doesn't have a woman in his life. No. On his own, Mr. Right is complete. So you want somebody who feels complete in their skin. You want somebody who feels like they know where they are going, they know what they are doing, they are comfortable, they have it together. You want somebody who has it together. Now, there are some people who just feel, no, but I want somebody who is gaga over me. I want somebody who is crazy over me. I want somebody who cannot stay a day without calling me. Be careful what you wish for. You want somebody who is gaga over you, or you want somebody who loves you. Because there is a difference between somebody who loves you and somebody who is besotted with you. They are two different things. The person who loves you loves himself first. And so that love is radiating onto you. That love is extended to you. But that one who is besotted, that one who is crazy about you, that one that cannot stop thinking about you, doesn't have his life together. And you're just an excuse. You are the center of his world. Yes, you are all that matters. You are all that counts in his world. By the time you take on that burden, by the time you come in, you're going to find out that he is going to depend so much on you for emotional stability. Because on his own, he's not stable. On his own, he cannot stand on his own 2 feet. On his own, he's not mentally balanced. And so he needs you as a kind of cushion, for you to be a support, a pillar, because on his own, he's not A-okay. On his own, he doesn't know who he is. On his own, he's not happy. On his own, he's not comfortable. You don't want that kind of love, trust me. You don't want that kind of love because at a point in time, it's going to choke you. It's going to make you feel like you're gasping for air. It's going to make you feel like there's nothing you can do to make this guy feel whole. If you go out, he's calling you to say, where are you? You know I can't stay without you. You know I can't live without you. That is going to be very restraining. That is going to be very constraining. That is going to be very exhausting, tiring. Now imagine what happens when kids come. And then your husband is saying, I can't live without you. The kids too are saying, I can't live without you. You really don't want to be that important in anybody's life. Trust me, it is suffocating. You don't want to do that to yourself. So you want a man who is whole. You want a man who knows who he is. You want a man who is comfortable as an individual and who sees you as an addition that he can love, that he can embrace. But if you are not there, he's happy, he's comfortable, he can stand on his own, he knows who he is, he has an identity aside from you. When you come, you are a plus. But without you, if he has not met you, if you're not in the picture, he's good. He's got himself. And that is the kind of person you too should be. You want to be whole so that you can get a whole person. You don't want somebody who is goo goo gaga besotted, cannot live without you. No. That will suffocate you. That will drain you. That will wear you out. Give it time and you'll see that it's not all that is cut out to be. So that is the first characteristics of Mr. Right. That is the first feature of Mr. Right. That is the first thing you need to look out for when you're watching out for Mr. Right. The second thing to watch out for when you are trying to look out for Mr. Right is if he is on the same mental frequency with you. What is your mental frequency? It's how you think. It's how you see life. It's your intellectual level. It is the way you see things. It's your point of view. You want somebody who thinks like you to some extent. Now, there are some people that will say, okay, you are a brilliant lady. You're always coming up with bright ideas. You have business ideas. You want to fly around the world. You want to do great things. You want to put your name out there. You want to do things that will make your name known all over the world. And then you have this man who is thinking, no, it is just the office, my home, and that is all. The office and my home, the office and my home. He's not thinking of going outside his comfort zone. He is just office, home. He doesn't even spend time reading. He doesn't expand his mind. He doesn't have friends. It's just his girlfriend. And you're thinking that this is the kind of person you want to be with. Now, this man is only thinking, let us eat, let us go to bed, let us go to work. Let us come back from work, let us eat, let us call it a night. Let us repeat the same thing. Year in, year out, let us keep doing the same thing. And you are somebody who is coming up with fresh ideas. Every day you have one new idea or the other. In fact, you can sell your ideas to people and make lots of dollars. Thousands, hundreds and thousands, and even millions of dollars. Because that is how ideas come to you. You're always on the move. You're always thinking of something. And then you marry a man who is such a closed mindset kind of person. You marry him and you're thinking that with your open mindset, you can be okay with a man with closed mindset. I'm telling you, it will not work. It will not work because that man is thinking here and you are thinking there. You are thinking there, that's your frequency. It's not about pride. It's just who you are. There is somebody else who can be on that same frequency with you, and that is Mr. Right. That is a better Mr. Right than this man who is down here. This man who is down here may never learn to think on your frequency. So don't even bother spending time with him. Know who you are. Know what you bring to the table. Understand your IQ. Understand your intellectual prowess. Understand who you are. Understand your capacity. And then choose somebody who is on that same level with you or even higher. Yes, why not? Because you want somebody that encourages you to do even better. Somebody that will encourage you to best your best because he's on a higher level. You don't want somebody that is beneath in terms of thinking frequency. You don't want somebody who thinks on a lower level or a lower frequency. You don't want that for yourself. Because what that man will do is that he will bring you down. Iron sharpens iron. If he's not sharpening you, then what are you doing with him? He's definitely not Mr. Right. And don't forget that you are hoping to do life. You're hoping to do long term with this guy. And so, if now that people are dating, he's here, are you expecting that when he has put a ring on it, he will now elevate? and come and meet you there. No. You accepted him on that level. So you should accept that he may remain on that level. Make peace with it. You've made peace with it, in fact, by saying you do. And so why are you expecting him to change? Why are you expecting him to change now that he has signed the dotted lines? Why are you expecting him to change now that he has got you? He's not going to change. He's going to remain who he is. It is very difficult for people to change. You can't change anybody. You can't. Especially when they're adults, you cannot. You cannot. So that is not somebody you want to date. That's not Mr. Right, because you are not on the same frequency. You are always going to clash. You will always clash. Because you are thinking like this. You're like, I want to travel. I want to see the world. And he's like, I want to go to bed. I want to read the newspaper. And you're like, I want to be in the newspaper. You're like, I want to be on the front cover of magazines. And he's like, me, I just want a quiet life. I want to go to bed and then go to work tomorrow. It will not work. It's a waste of your time. Don't even do it, for sure. That guy is not Mr. Right. Mr. Right is somebody on your frequency. Mr. Right is somebody who thinks like you. Mr. Right is somebody who sees the world the way you do. Not when you're talking of global things. He's not even competing locally. He has nobody competing with him because he's down there. He's not even a contender in the local level. So what are you doing with him? You're going global. Look for somebody who is global or going global. Leave the local leagues in the local leagues. Let them enjoy. Let them find somebody on that level. It's not an insult, please. We are all different. We all have different exposures. We all have different mindsets. We all have different perspectives of the world. We see the world differently. So let people do what they do. You do what you do. You are a high flyer. Look for a high flyer. Don't do anything to say, oh, I'm pitying him. Oh, I just want to manage. Manage? Will you be managing your whole life? You won't. So don't even start what you cannot finish. Let him be. Let him be on his level. He's okay, he's comfortable. That's the life he has chosen. You fly high and look for a high flyer. That is how it works. That is Mr. Right. The man on the same level with you is Mr. Right, not the man who is lower than you are. Alright? So the third thing you need to watch out for when you're searching for Mr. Right is that he has a good head on his shoulders. What does it mean to have a good head on your shoulders? It means that Mr. Right makes good decisions. It means that he thinks well, he's futuristic, he sees where the world is going, he knows where he wants to go, and he's working towards it. Now, this has nothing to do with your influence. Ladies, we are influential, but there is how much you can influence somebody. There is only a limit to how much you can influence somebody. So, Mr. Right should already be making good decisions on his own, even without you in the picture. You find out that when he has to make friends, he is very choosy. You find out that he's careful about where he goes to. He doesn't go everywhere. He's careful about who he mingles with. He's careful about what he eats. He watches his weight. He's dieting. He's taking good care of himself. That is the kind of person you want. Not somebody you have to pull and force and drag to be all this and more. And you're saying, why don't you listen to me? Why don't you listen to me? Is that what you want to do your whole life? Forcing somebody, compelling an adult to listen to you. You're going to get tired. So you want somebody who already lives like that. Somebody who already does those things. That's the kind of person you want. Not somebody you have to pull and drag as if you're pulling teeth. Not that kind of person. You want somebody who already has a good head on his shoulders, is already making the right decisions and working in the right way and doing the right things, even before you come into the picture. Now, when you come into the picture, you're going to be glad that this is who this guy is. You don't have so much work to do because this is who he is. This is who this guy is. And he already works well. He's already doing the right thing. He's making the right plans. He's looking at the future and planning effectively and properly towards it. That is the kind of guy that you want. Not somebody you have to force, somebody you have to manipulate. manipulate, somebody you have to coerce, somebody you have to control, somebody you have to nag, or somebody that will make you keep pouting because you're trying to persuade him to do the right thing. You want somebody who already does the right thing, with or without you. Now that would mean that he will be able to take good decisions on your behalf and on behalf of your children and your family as a whole. That is the kind of person you want. That is the kind of man you want to be with, and that is Mr. Right. Not Mr. Force him to do everything. No, Mr. Right already does the right thing, with or without you. The fourth tip I will give you is Mr. Right does not stifle your voice. Ladies, my dear ladies, are you listening to me? This one is a big one. There are so many women all over the world who feel that they should not have a voice or an opinion when they have a man in their lives. Do you get what I'm saying? They feel that the man's opinion is the only opinion that matters. Their own opinion does not matter because they are women and now they have a man in their lives. I don't believe that. Mr. Right is somebody who would let you have a say. Whether whatever you have to say contradicts what he's saying or whether it tallies with what he's saying, your voice is heard. Not just in your home, in society. Your voice matters. Your opinion matters. That thing you suggest matters. And he listens. It's not about saying, okay, so what do you think we should do? And then when you say, let's do it like this, he says, okay, overruled. He doesn't veto you. No. You come together and reach a decision that is good for the both of you and your family. That is when you started having kids. You come together because you are a right-thinking individual. You don't suddenly become silly or lose your smartness or your intellect because you are dating somebody. No, you don't. You don't suddenly become a lower IQ person because you are dating a man. No, you don't. Ladies, please, don't drop your IQ on the altar of love. Stop dropping your IQ on the altar of love. You can have both. You can be smart and be loving and loved. You can be loved even while you're smart. It's not only people that are not smart that have boyfriends or fiancés or husbands. No. You can still be very intelligent, very sassy, very smart, very intellectual, and still have your man. Yes, you can. You don't have to trade one in for the other. So Mr. Right is going to allow you still be who you are intellectually. Say your mind, express yourself. You don't have to stifle your voice for Mr. Right. You can be as audible, as vocal as you want to be. You can express yourself. Mr. Right allows you. Did I say allow? Lets you. Did I say lets you? No. Gives you room to express yourself. What is it you want to say, lady? I'm listening. I'm all ears, baby. Say it. Let's hear it. Your opinions don't have to be Mr. Right's opinions. Mr. Right lets you make up your mind. Lets you say what you want to say. Lets you do what you want to do. Because he trusts you and he believes you. So he allows you to do whatever you want to do, to express yourself, to put your opinions out there. And your opinions do not have to be a reflection or an echo of what his opinions are. You can have opinions that vary from what your man has. Your man could be saying A, you could be saying, no, I think it's E, it's not an A. You see things differently, so why not? You can have different opinions. So Mr. Right will not stifle your voice. He will let you speak. He will let you be vocal. He will let you express yourself. He will let you to be audible. Ladies, do not trade your voice. Do not trade your opinion on the altar of love. Please take note of that, because too many ladies are sacrificing their opinions for the sake of love. You can love him. He can love you. You can be in a loving relationship and you can still have an opinion. The fifth way of spotting Mr. Right is that he contributes to your growth. Mr. Right comes into your life and he says, my darling, what are you up to? What is it that you want to do? Where do you want to go? What are your dreams? What are your plans for the future? You share those things with him and he says, all right, let's see how I can contribute to that. For instance, you say you want to get a master's and he's like, okay, so let's search for schools. You're starting next session, right? You want to start in the new session, right? And you're like, yes. And he says, okay, good. Let's search. And you're searching for the best schools. And he's like, what do you want to study? You say, I want to study law. He's like, law. Okay, this university is very good at law. Let's check. Let's see what they are doing. Let's see when they are starting. Let's see when we can apply. That is Mr. Right. Mr. Right wants you to become a better version of yourself. He wants you to improve. He is not going to want you to become dormant or become less of who you are because you are now in his life or he is now in your life. No. Mr. Right wants you to grow. He wants you to excel. He wants you to fly high. He wants you to do better. He wants to know that you are his babe and you have something that makes you tick. And you're becoming even better every day. Mr. Right wants to be proud of you. And so he's going to contribute to your growth. He's going to contribute to your success. He's going to support you. When you want emotional support, he is there. Is it financial support? Mr. Right has got you. Is it for him to help you out and make your work less? Mr. Right will do it. Whatever it takes for you to become a better version of yourself, Mr. Right has got you. That is Mr. Right. He is your pillar. He is your support. He is your backbone through the tough times. He doesn't run away. You know, there are some guys that are there when the times are good, but whenever you have a problem, when difficulties come up, when things are not as rosy as they used to be, they just disappear. And then the next time they call you, they're like, hi, what's up? How did that thing go? Is it over? Have you been able to deal with it? As soon as you say yes, you see them come back. Because now everything is rosy, everything is nice, yay! You can be pretty, you can be soft, you can be gentle, everything is going well, and now they want you again. But once the difficulties come up again, they're like, hasta la vista, I can't do this. They are for better and better, never for worse times. Those are not the kind of guys you want. You want somebody who is your support system when you're going through difficulties. You want somebody who stands by your side. You want somebody who, even if the whole world is saying you're the worst thing that ever happened, he's like, no. They don't know you. They don't know your heart. They don't get to see you the way I do. I know you, I believe you, I support you, and I am here for you. That is Mr. Right. Mr. Right stands with you during difficulties. Mr. Right supports you no matter what happens. He has always got your back. Mr. Right is your best friend. You can rely on him. You can depend on him because he's always there no matter what storms may come. Mr. Right is always there. That is a very big one. If a man cannot support you, if he cannot be there during difficult times, then you don't want to do the long haul with him. You don't want to do life. You don't want to do the next 10 years, the next 20 years with him. It's better you just cut him off now because you never can tell what the future will bring. If he's not there for you during these little storms, how can he be there for you when the bigger storms come? That is what Mr. Right is meant for. Mr. Right is supposed to help you shoulder the burden. He's supposed to help you weather the storm. He's supposed to stand by your side even if every other person is leaving you. He's supposed to be there for you no matter what life brings. That is Mr. Right. So if you find somebody who sticks with you through thick and thin, you find somebody who loves you, who trusts you no matter what, that is a way of identifying that he is Mr. Right. The sixth way of identifying Mr. Right is that he trusts you. Many people find it difficult to trust people no matter how much you have shown them that you are trustworthy. Some people are just impervious. They don't believe people. They don't trust people. They just don't have faith in people. That is who they are. They are very doubtful of people. They never trust you. They are always suspicious. Some of them because they have a bad history. Maybe somebody cheated on them in the past or whatever. But then again, if you've proved yourself to be trustworthy, they ought to trust you. Now let's talk about Mr. Right. Mr. Right trusts you. He will trust you until you give him reasons to doubt you. If you never give Mr. Right reasons to doubt you, he will trust you every step of the way. He will trust you from start to finish. He will trust you with your time. He will trust that when you tell him, I'm going somewhere, you're going somewhere. If you tell him, I'll be back at 12, you'll be back at 12. And he knows that if you're not back at 12, you're going to call him and say, oh dear, this is what happened. I couldn't find a bus, or something came up, it's taking longer than usual, and just something. He understands. He's not going to come and start searching your phone, searching your purse, trying to see, snooping around and all that. No. That is beneath him. Mr. Right does not do that. Mr. Right trusts you until you give him reasons to doubt you. So if you're a trustworthy person and you find that that guy is able to trust you, believe you, whatever you tell him, he takes it as word, not just word, but the word. He takes it as the truth. He believes you. That is somebody that you know you can do life with. That is obviously Mr. Right, because not only does he trust you, he trusts that when you say you spent so amount of dollars, he knows that, okay, you did not spend foolishly. He trusts in your ability, he trusts in your decisions, he trusts in your words, he trusts in the way you spend time, he trusts you completely and in every area. So Mr. Right is someone who will trust you and trust you completely with everything, with every area of life, in every decision that you make. Mr. Right will trust you implicitly without any doubt. Now, the last tip I will give you on how to spot Mr. Right is that he is reliable. This is not just about trust. This is about deeply ingrained trust, where Mr. Right is somebody that whatever he tells you stands. If he tells you that person is my friend, that person is his friend. Mr. Right is somebody that, like I have said, makes the right decisions, so you don't have to doubt him. If he buys something for a certain amount, you can trust that he had a hard bargain, and after bargaining, that was the best price he could get. If Mr. Right tells you that this is what this is, you can believe him, you can trust him, you can depend on him. He is reliable. You can take his word to the bank. He is there for you. He is your support. He is your pillar. All-round reliable guy. That is Mr. Right. So these tips are ways in which you can find out if that guy you're dating is Mr. Right. And if he does not tick these things, especially the part of trust, especially the part of high frequency, where he thinks like you, where he sees the world like you do, maybe he's not Mr. Right. Maybe he's just not the one for you, and you need to check again. You need to reassess the relationship. Look at that guy closely and see if he ticks these boxes. If he ticks the boxes, then he may well be Mr. Right. I hope these tips have helped you assess your relationship to make sure that you're going down the right path and that you're not wasting your time with that guy. I hope that these tips help you find Mr. Right, but I also say that these are not all the tips there are in the world. There are some other ways in which you can find Mr. Right, but these are some of the important ones. If you have more tips that will be useful to other people watching this video, please share with us in the comment section. Tell us other ways in which we can spot Mr. Right. And also, if you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like and share this video so that more people can get these tips on how to know who Mr. Right is and how to choose the right guy to do life with. Thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. I hope it helps you find your Mr. Right. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much. Inspira Central. Inspira Central.